one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to Seaworld's Orca Encounter. My name is Savannah, and I'm honored to introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. Today's work encounter will help give you a better understanding of these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales truly are a natural wonder, and a kayaking here is going to demonstrate some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like they're located in those white eye patches, however, that's a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually in the black area just in front of those white eye patches, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin on the whale's back is the dorsal fin and helps stabilize them as they swim. It also helps to regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of the orca's body are their pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. There are 5 finger-like bone structures within each of them that look just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of their tail are their tail flukes. This is the killer whale's engine. It can propel them to speeds of 30 miles per hour. That's as fast as some of our speedboats. They swim the fastest and use the most power when propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at Seaworld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at Seaworld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of their communication. They use pectoral slaps on the surface of the water to show dominance and to get noticed. For example, a mother might use a peck slap to get the attention of her calf. But when they really want to be heard, they preach. Spy hopping is a great way for killer whales to communicate and get a better visual of their environment as they hunt. Slapping is another way that killer whales communicate, both in the wild and here at Seaworld. Communicators, so it's no wonder they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate, to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Whales in the southern hemisphere can capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. A kite here is going to demonstrate a similar behavior right here in front of all of you. Antarctic orcas can actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals into the water. Mike is showing you this wave-making technique at the front of the pool, demonstrating one of the most complex and impressive hunting abilities that the whales have developed around the world. Now, you all have seen these waves crashing right here in front of you, but you can't really understand the amount of water displaced until you experience it for yourselves. Luckily, I've got two very special volunteers who are going to come down and experience the power of the killer whale. You guys ready? Come on down. Let's hear it for them, everybody. Take a seat on your iceberg and hold on tight. There you go. You guys ready? This is 55 degrees salt water. You ready to see him get wet? Let's hear it for him. Here comes the whale. 3, 2, 1. Screen behind me is the largest animal on planet Earth. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than the killer whale. So how does a whale ice-size prey on a whale that size in the open ocean? It's all because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Part of everyday life for killer whales. So they teach young whales to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. The whales are always interacting and showing off their playful sides, both in the wild and right here at Seaworld. Porpoising is when whales swim fast at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. love to be touched and can be seen rubbing their bellies on rocks when they can. Our whales demonstrate this similar behavior to those in British Columbia. You'll also see orcas imitating one another. You see it here at Seaworld all the time. They're constantly imitating and learning from each other. Stun prey, but today I think these guys are going to be stunning all of you. Interact with our whales all day, every day, which allows us to build trusting relationships and provide optimal care, healthcare, and research. Our whales take an active role in their own healthcare and well-being. For example, they can show us their tail flukes, which is helpful when obtaining a blood sample. They can even slide out onto a scale so that we can monitor their weight, just like Orchid is doing in this video. We can also get a breath sample from their blowhole, all because of the trusted relationships that we built here, day after day, right here at SeaWorld. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to a very special whale. Please welcome Corky. Now, Corky is our oldest whale here at SeaWorld San Diego at 57 years old. Now, don't let her age fool you. She's one of our most athletic whales. She loves spending quality time with her trainers and has been a part of many research projects that have helped her wild counterparts out there in the open ocean. We encourage our whales every day to learn new things to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play all help keep the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.